Nah, we got another top five draft for you. Last episode was a good episode. Uh, appreciate all the feedback. The best feedback I heard, I didn't even tell you guys about this. So the first won the entire fuck, the fantasy football won the entire fuck. He hit the dude that sent the tweet hit me up, right?
What? I didn't even know that.
Yeah. He sent me a message. He sent me a message.
Being the brother, he already told me. So I already knew.
At first, he was like, "Man, like that segment on the podcast was fucking hilarious, bro." And I was like, "Thanks, glad you enjoyed it." Pretty much, we talked about it. Like, long story short, they kind of gave up. In the fantasy league, like once Uncle Chuck passed away. But he said like his brother, the uncle's brother, was pretty much like if he knew that he was in the championship, he wouldn't have let him win. But they didn't know. Like they pretty much had no idea. And he was like, "No, there's no way he would have took everybody out. He would have had the best lineup out there."
And now my hope in humanity is dead again.
Hey, I respect that. Yo, appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that.
Right. That's hilarious.
Shout out to the nephew, yo. Shout out to the
nephew. What's the nephew's name?
What's
the nephew's name?
So on Twitter, his name is Tilla. I don't know if that's his name. I don't know if that's a last name, first name, but he goes by Tilla on the.
Yo, shout out to Tilla. Shout out to Tilla.
Shout out Tilla. Rest in peace, Uncle Chuck. Shout out the whole family.
Yo,
You can tell that's a tight knit family and a competitive family. You know what I'm saying? Like if they're like, like if I knew,
I'm taking like you said, you want the chip with your dip, bro. You want both, bro. Like,
exactly. Big bro wanted the chip with his dip. I'm telling you. Nobody's just letting them get an easy dub. But on to this episode's one, the entire fuck. Jamel, what's the longest you've had a job, or what's the shortest amount of time? Sorry, what's the shortest amount of time you had a
job? 3 days. JR Festival Lakes. When I served food for a party, and somebody said something real stupid, I said, "Nope, fuck this. This is it."
Hey, that's a very good reason, very quality reason. Either way, the GM of the New York Mets, he may have you by a little bit, but it's still not that long. He was hired early December. They kind of made splashes in the offseason too, but it turns out today he got fired about a month into the job because he got caught sending a few things to a female reporter that he shouldn't have been sending, and by few I mean 60 unread text messages. Emphasis on unread. I'm gonna just find this,
emphasis on unread.
You didn't even get the scene.
I'm gonna just read this quick ESPN paragraph really quick. The woman. Well, she's a female reporter for the Chicago Cubs. So the woman, a foreign correspondent who had moved to the United States to cover Major League Baseball, said at one point she ignored more than 60 messages from Porter before he sent the final lewd photo. The text relationship started casually before Porter, then the Chicago Cubs director of professional scouting, began complimenting her appearance, inviting her to meet him in various cities, asking why she was ignoring him. And texts show she had stopped texting Porter after he sent a photo of pants featuring a bulge in the groin area. The first 15 photos were of the hotel and its restaurants. The 16th was the same as an earlier photo of the bulge in his pants. The 17th, he dropped the hammer.
All right. Hold on real quick. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, but I need to address this. My man sent 15 pictures of the hotel. He could have just sent a link of the hotel. It could be like, bro, what is he doing? First off,
over here is the closet, and back over here is the toilet.
Right. You don't see him just send a link.
And here's the hammer.
Never mind, that's what it is.
Here's the closet.
You try to soften the closet, dick pic. Like,
right. Look. It said hotels and it's restaurants, right? So he tried to be smooth with it. He was like, look, here's a closet, here's the restaurant, but then
here's a sausage.
He was like, here's the meat though.
What? Bro,
he's like, yo, all you can eat.
Right.
Buffet.
But on some real shit though, like 63, what was it, 63 unread texts, like, or unresponded to, like, bro, 63, like, yo, that's I may need a Sprite, like, god damn.
In your thirst.
Yeah, like, fuck.
If I got like 2 unread text messages, I'd probably.
I'm saying, right, bro,
like,
63.
I'm not going past 3. Like, at that point, at most times, really 1. But like photos, and you don't get a response, like, she don't want you to.
I got some key points here. I got some key points. No, you go ahead. I just got some key points. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, we really throwing one side of it. We're forgetting that dude sent food too. You know, he was really trying to say, like, hey,
trying to fly her out.
Like, yeah, I'm gonna fly you out. We gonna eat good. Like, look at this high quality dining. And then he was just like, but then you got to deal with the hammer though. Like that, like you can't be that. But then at the same time, 63 messages. Like, at some point, dog, let it go. And then you're gonna ask. Then you're gonna ask,
bro. That's like stalkerish.
That's creepy.
Yeah, but then he's gonna ask, like, no, it is stalkerish.
Did you guys see when he was like, I guess he saw her at Wrigley Park and was like, or Wrigley Field, and was like, hey, I'm at Wrigley. I think I see you. You're beautiful. Blah blah blah. Like,
no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in LA tomorrow. Come with me or some shit like that. Like, I'm like, yo, this bro, you're like, cuz tripping.
So y'all listen to your Uncle Young Rose real quick. I just got some quick key points, okay? You text her one day. She don't text you that day, give her one more day. She doesn't text that next day, you don't need to text her no more. 2 texts. That's all it takes. 2 texts. If you ain't getting no responses back, leave her alone. Second point, never send an unsolicited hammer pic to a woman. If she didn't ask for it, I promise you she didn't want it.
That part.
And thirdly, no woman is worth your job or jail. There is no woman on this earth outside of maybe your mama that is worth jail or unemployment.
And think about it like this:
nobody.
At his job, he was like top flight, like up and comers. I mean, he just got Francisco Lindor. Like
that's what I'm saying. Like, they made a big.
Like he was good at his job. He was just,
even years ago that they said he was on the Cubs.
He's
like,
just a creeper.
Like,
he's socially awkwert. That's it. Don't mean just because you're good at your job, you're still socially awkward. Like, clearly.
Or one or the other.
That's what I was about to say. Lastly, last point, man. If you see his picture of my man, what's his name, Jared Porter, put your name on blast. If you see his face, he looks like this is something that he would do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't look
He's
like
the type
out of
that's
the
in the
realm
hammer.
of possibility. Like, he has the face of I will stalk your life, and you might end up
like
somewhere where you don't want to be.
He looks like he has hammer sending tendencies.
Zach Galifianakis old ass. You know what I mean?
All right.
Hangover looking ass boy.
Yo, sending hammer tendencies? Like, bro, you need to go to therapy. Like,
Oh my god.
He said, I got that MC Hammer. I'll put that on my
Stop.
Let's get to the.
That's your job.
Let's get to NFL playoffs, man. Or if not, we can talk about that all day. So we got Bills and Chiefs first, the AFC matchup.